You've started questioning something you were raised to believe in, and it feels like betrayal. That feeling is understandable. It may also be worth examining. In this video, I'm going to look at where inherited values come from and why they're so difficult to question, and use the integrity wheel to show why discernment is different from rejection. And I'll give you a way to start telling which values you actually chose and which ones were chosen for you. Here's what makes this so complicated. Most of the values we carry, the ones that are hardest to question, didn't come from strangers. They came from the people who loved us, from communities that held us, from institutions that gave us structure when we needed it. The values arrived wrapped in belonging. And when you've absorbed a value from someone you love, questioning that value can feel like questioning the person who gave it to you. That's the conflation that keeps most people stuck. The fear isn't really, what if this value is wrong? The fear is, if I let go of this, what does that say about where I came from? About the people who shaped me? About the version of myself who believed it? That fear is real, and it can keep you carrying values long past the point where they're actually serving you. If that lands, please tap the like button. It helps other people walking through this kind of work find the channel. I was raised inside a value system built almost entirely on fear of knowledge, fear of the world, fear of anyone who thought differently. At 18, I joined the Army and walked into another set of values I also didn't choose. But those values felt different: discipline, integrity, do the right thing, even when no one is watching. Same category, inherited, completely different experience. That difference is where discernment lives. If you're sitting with something like this, here's why it tends to be so hard. And there's a reason this feels like a betrayal, and it might not be the reason you think. On the integrity wheel, a framework for locating where you are in your own development, the spring to summer threshold is the moment when something new is forming and you're preparing to build again. The developmental question at this threshold, the one the wheel presses you to answer before you lay the foundation, is this: is the blueprint actually yours? Most people never ask that question before they start building. They carry the values they absorb from family, from religion, from culture, from profession, from a younger self who made the best bargain available at the time. And they build on top of them without examination, not because they're careless, because inherited values rarely announce themselves as inherited. They feel like truth. They feel like the way things are. Questioning them doesn't feel like philosophical inquiry. It feels like destabilizing something fundamental. And here's what makes it harder: the values we inherit from people who loved us often carry genuine wisdom. Not all of it fits, but some of it does. The work is telling the difference. Not deciding everything you were given is wrong, but looking honestly at what you were given and choosing consciously what you carry forward. That's what is called discernment. And here is where it gets really useful. There's a reframe here that may actually relieve some of that weight. Inherited and chosen are not opposites. And inherited is not automatically bad, and chosen is not automatically dramatic. An inherited value can become a chosen one the moment you examine it honestly and say, yes, this is mine. It fits. I've looked at it. I understand where it came from and I'm keeping it, not because I have to, but because it fits who I actually am. What makes a value chosen isn't where it originated. It's whether you've looked at it clearly, whether you know why you carry it, whether it reflects who you are now, not just who you were shaped to be. And what makes a value inherited in the limiting sense is that it's never been examined. It arrived, it settled in, and it's been directing your choices ever since without you consciously deciding it should. You can honor what shaped you without handing it the steering wheel forever. Honoring something and obeying it are not the same thing. This is the work of this series, and we're exploring all aspects of how this shows up. New videos are published 2 to 3 times a week, and this is the work we get to explore together. If you haven't subscribed yet, join us as we explore leading an integrous life together. So here's where I'd like to leave you. Think of one value you absorbed from family, religion, culture, or a profession that you've never consciously examined. A value that arrived early and settled in before you had the language to question it. You don't need to release it today. You don't need to decide whether it's yours or not. Just name it. Just be willing to hold it up and look at it clearly, maybe for the first time. That act of looking is the first move of discernment, and discernment is different from rejection. What's one value you absorbed that you've never actually examined? Let me know in the comments. Knowing which values you've examined and which you've been carrying without choosing is real work. But for many people, that clarity doesn't automatically produce direction. The discernment is there. The next move still feels murky. In the next video, I'm going to look at why that happens and the 3 questions that can move you from murky to oriented. The right choices and the good feelings are not always the same thing. I'll see you in the next one.